for the late start. Here we go. Here we go. Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse game day preview of the NBA Cup Finals. The New York Knicks are going to face Wemby and the San Antonio Spurs in about an hour. And I am excited. I wish this game was yesterday, honestly. I was so amped up. Let me tell you, this is going to be an interesting game. No matter what happens, it's going to be a fascinating result. There's going to be a lot for us to analyze afterwards. It's going to say a lot about where these teams actually are at in their seasons right now. They both actually, interestingly, have the identical record, 18-7. And today's game will not count against their record. So they will both be 18-7 on Thursday when they start playing again. I believe it's Thursday, the next game. Welcome, everybody. Shout out to the chat. Lex, what's up? Thanks for joining me here. Best mod around. We got Alex Quispe. We got Augie Manhattan. We got Joe DeLuca. What's up? We got Quantapen. I like that. All right. This is going to be interesting. Very interesting. Because if the Knicks come out and spank San Antonio's ass, that's going to tell us a lot. If the reverse happens, that's going to tell us a lot. If it's a close game, even more information, more intel is going to be gleaned. If it's some crazy comeback, anything can happen. When it's one game, do or die, this is partly why I love March Madness so much. And we got ourselves a version of March Madness right here in December. That's right, and it's our guys in orange and blue. Look at little teeny Wemby right here. That's this guy right here. Our MVP is gonna make Wemby look this small today. They once faced each other, and Wembyana put up 40 points, but our guy Brunson put up 61. That's right, and they've had games. Wembyana had another 40-point game, and our guy Macau put up 41, or was it the other way around? Something like that. So big numbers have been put up by these guys. This is going to be interesting. There's already been some shit talking, I think, or maybe it was a language barrier type of situation. Wembyana talking about the Knicks offense. We're going to get into that. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm hyped, man. I hope you guys are hyped too. This is a great time to be a Knicks fan. And I'm going to tell you this. I saw Ian Begley's poll he put out there about should the Knicks hang a banner. Absolutely, they should hang a banner. If the Lakers hang a banner, and the Lakers have the most banners of any franchise, I think, right? Still, or did Boston finally get that title back? If they, with all those championships that the Lakers have, and they decide to put an NBA Cup banner up, why can't we? Why can't the New York Knicks do it? And I hope if we do win, we do put the banner up. That is my take on that. Here we go. Here's the bracket. Here's how we got here. Tremendous upset in the semifinals in the West. The Spurs came from a 15-point deficit to topple the OKC Thunder and hand them only their second loss of the season. So this is a tall order, literally, for the Knicks to defeat the Spurs. The Spurs, without Wembyana, spanked the Lakers, who are also considered, contenders in the West at this point. I'm not a true believer yet, but a lot of people are about the Lakers. I'm not, but we'll see. They usually don't stand pat during the trade deadline, so they're probably going to do something to enhance their team. I mean, they got players. I mean, Luka, Austin Reeves, and then who's that old guy? LeBron. They got LeBron over there. So obviously, they had some talent there that could solidify that squad. But that defeat was pretty intense, pretty eye-opening, and it's completely unlocked the West in a lot of ways. I know people still think, OKC is a shoe-in. Actually, that's softened a little bit. Now people think, you know what, maybe in a 7-game series, a Denver Nuggets could defeat OKC. Maybe even the Spurs, and maybe the way they match up, maybe they can defeat OKC in a 7-game series. We'll see. We'll see about that, but at least it's softened the absoluteness that everyone was feeling about the Thunder's chances of repeating. And then on the other side, our guys in orange and blue, the Knicks, took care of business against Toronto, and then really made the Magic, they took care of business against the Magic to even their season series with them 2-2, and now they face San Antonio right here tonight in Las Vegas. Love it. It's game day. Game day. This is the uniform they're going to be wearing. I think these are called the statement uniform, which I actually dig this uniform a lot. So according to ESPN, Mike C. Wright says, expect Wemby to play somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 25 minutes. Well, that's what he played against OKC, and that was enough for them to topple the Thunder. So we'll see about that. That's what he's saying against us. I have a feeling if it's a close game, he'll probably get stretched a little bit. And then this was interesting. I don't actually have the sound clip, but you guys may have already heard this by now. Mr. Buck tweeted this out. Victor Wembanyama on the Knicks. Quote, they don't play a brand of basketball as sophisticated as the Miami Heat or the Thunder, but their physicality is top in the league. So it's very tough. It's a very tough team to play against. I found this kind of laughable since, we as a fan base have been crying about, we're not tough enough. Cat's too soft. Macau doesn't want to go take it to the hoop. Remember all those narratives? And to think that this is what, one of the top players in the world thinks about the Knicks. Now, I wonder, this word sophisticated, I wonder if it's part language barrier, like not really properly using it, like sophisticated. Well, you're going to learn what sophistication is tonight, my friend, Victor Wembanyama, because you're facing right here one of the top four, the fourth best offensive weapon in the NBA. That's right. Behind Shai Gilgeous, which you did defeat. All right. Now, Shai Gilgeous went 1 for 7 from the three-point line in that game. OKC couldn't hit a bucket. Now, interestingly, too, the Knicks couldn't make three-pointers in the last game, and they only took about 20 of them, I think, which is the fewest I think they've taken all season. And when I was on with Dexter Henry on the New York Post, New York Got Game, which you guys should definitely check that out. Well, maybe it's too late now because it was all about, well, actually, no, it wasn't just about the cup. It was about, looking at the past 25 games and where the team is at. So check that out as well. Great guy, Dexter. I'm going to have him on the show as well. But we were talking about how the Knicks, they couldn't make a three-pointer. And the style of play that they used against Miami, the Magic, which was pounding in the paint, lit them up for 70 points in the paint. I don't think that's going to work against the Spurs. So the Knicks are going to have to go back to their bread and butter, which is, penetrate and spray to the corners and hit threes. They're going to have to go back to that and probably put up at least 35 to 40 threes in this particular game. And they're going to have to draw Wembanyama away from the hoop because he's going to be parked right there in the paint. He's going to give Josh, I think they're going to put him on Josh Hart. That's going to be his defensive assignment. And they're going to bait Josh Hart to shoot. Well, Josh Hart, you better shoot tonight. And I hope you make them. But either way, you should definitely shoot. Because eventually you will make them. You definitely will make them. But look at this, Brunson. A 4.58 offensive LeBron. The top 5 on-ball players in the NBA, according to B-Ball Index. Number 5, look, Giannis is right below there, number 5. I wonder where Cat ended up on this. But Cat has been hot lately. He's shooting like 45% from the three-point line, 55% overall in the last 10 games, where he started off ice cold. In the first 12 games, he shot under 44%. He shot 43%, under 35% from the three-point line, and now all those numbers are up. Actually, he's almost at 46% from the three-point line now. So that's a nice, like a 12-point jump from where he was in the beginning of the season to where he is now trending. And the Knicks are 9-1 in those last 10 games where Karl-Anthony Towns has gotten hot. Karl-Anthony Towns, he has to make his threes tonight. Has to take the threes tonight as well. If he makes them, this is going to be a good night for the Knicks, because we know Brunson's going to make his. We know OG's going to make his. McCall, he's been hot, but lately, you know, what did he make them? I can't even remember in the last game, but hardly anyone even took threes last time. But we need our guys to hit their threes, but we also need them to challenge, to threaten, to put pressure on the rim, to get them into foul trouble, get Luke Cornett into foul trouble, Wemby into foul trouble. Other than those two, they're kind of a smallish team in reality. They don't really have much size to deal with OG Anunoby, and definitely, unless it's Wemby, they don't have much size to deal with Cat as well. So it's going to be interesting if San Antonio utilizes the dual big man lineup, and then it'll be interesting to see if Mike Brown counters with Mitch and Cat together. I do want to see that lineup tonight, because Mitch has the Knicks have only faced Wemby 3 times in his career, and I think Mitch only faced him twice. I think one time it was kind of like a wash, but maybe the very first time or the second time, I can't remember now, when he faced him, he did a very good job against Wembanyama. And that might be the game where one of the few games Wembanyama did not, light it up. So I'm looking forward to seeing Mitch get that assignment as well. We got the chats pulling in. Shout out to everybody. Noble Omar, JMPS. What's up, Wiz? BKLA. Salute to you. We got Zach. New York to LA. What's up, man? I'll come back to look at these in a bit here. I'm going to keep plowing forward. I got a lot to cover here. So Caitlin Cooper, the great Caitlin Cooper, tweeted this out. I don't know who needs to hear this, but this year's Spurs team is averaging more isolations per 100 possessions, 20.3, than any Spurs team in the tracking era spanning the last 13 seasons. OKC is averaging 22.3, which ranks 8th in the league this season. Interesting. So a lot of ISO, not very sophisticated. How many? Oh, this is James L. Edwards III, the trilogy, the writer from The Athletic and the New York Times, tweeted this out, and then he actually made a correction below. So, but I'm gonna read it out to you guys. How have the Knicks and Spurs gotten to 18-7 in different conferences? New York Knicks opponents this season are 294 wins to 328 losses. That's a 47% winning percentage. Spurs opponents, now I'm going to read you the correct one. I'm not going to read you the mistake. Spurs opponents have won 323 games and lost 328, which is a 49% winning percentage. 49. New York is 5-3 versus the top 5 teams in the East, and they have yet to play any top 5 team in the West. And the Spurs are 4-1 versus top 5 teams in the West. That's pretty eye-opening. And 2-0 versus the top 5 teams in the East. So they are a combined 6-1 against the top 5 teams of each conferences. That's pretty impressive, where the Knicks are 5-3. Cheers, everybody. Our guy, Tyler Kolek, he was asked in an interview earlier today, what teammate doesn't get enough love? And his answer was clear. Mitch Robinson. People should show more love. I know everybody goes, hack a Mitch, whatever, but his offensive rebound percentage, unbelievable. Second chance points, anchors the D. Best teams have those guys who do the dirty work. He's one, and he is actually one of the very best at it. That is great. It's beautiful to see Tyler Kolek shouting out the big guy, the Block Nest monster. And then our guy JD, who will eventually make an appearance somewhere. Eventually, hopefully, it will be on Into the Knicks-Verse as well. Spurs youth has rejuvenated Harrison Barnes. Quiet and efficient. He's had his his 2 best shooting seasons so far as a Spur. Knicks can't sleep on him tonight. In 2004 and 2024-25, he shot 51% from the field and 43% from 3, which is tremendous numbers. And then this season, he's shooting 48% from the field, so he's down a little bit, but 41% from 3, which is still pretty great. JD's last note here is keep Castle, 28% three-point shooter, and Dylan Harper, 26% three-point shooter, in front of you. Yes, force them, and that was one of the keys I talked about with Dexter in one of the other keys. The first one was Josh Hart and Towns got to hit your threes. Hit your threes. Punish the Spurs for putting Wembyana on Hart so that Wembyana can just basically suffocate the paint. Punish them by making your threes. And then turn these guys into three-point shooters. Make their lives miserable if they try to get into that paint. And with McCall, with Hart, and with OG, we got the three guys to do that with. So, and our guy Brunson's going to have to do it too. Brunson, you're going to have to take some charges. You're going to have to really use that big body of yours to make them incredibly uncomfortable tonight. And here, this is interesting, I found. So last year's winner was the Milwaukee Bucks defeating the OKC. The year before that, the very first year of the Cup, the Lakers defeated the Indiana Pacers. What's interesting is both those teams that lost are the teams that ended up in the NBA Finals last season. And the other teams that won had first-round exits. So maybe it's not so bad to lose this game tonight. We'll see. But maybe the Knicks will be the actual outlier, and they will win tonight, and they will make it to the NBA Finals as well. So let's see. Let's hope that happens. Giannis was twice the All-NBA Cup team. I don't know if they've announced that yet, right? No, they haven't. But Brunson's going to definitely be. I think he's the leading scorer, or he's the leading scorer in the NBA Cup right now. All right, now we're going to get into the actual matchup and stats. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's go. I want this win. I mean, let's be real. I want this win. It matters to me. I believe that over time, and I may have said this in the recap when I went live after the semifinal win. You know, this is only year 3. I don't see this tournament going anywhere. It's too much of a success. It draws too many eyeballs, and it's made some really exciting basketball. It's made during the beginning part of the season, which is usually kind of the doldrums. After the initial first tip-off games, November is pretty lame, and early December is pretty lame as well. But this has brought so much attention and excitement to it. And it really does matter. The money does matter to the guys towards the end of the bench. It's significant money for them. So at this point, I think this is going to last. This is going to be around for a long time. So, 20 years from now, they'll be talking about, oh, well, the Knicks won, 2 or 3 of these cups before. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. This is our window. This is our year right now. I think it's going to have significance over time. All right, well, check out the comparisons here. San Antonio, Knicks both have an 18-7 record. San Antonio is 4th currently in the West, and the Knicks are 2nd behind the Pistons, who did win last night. The Knicks, the home and away records. Okay, so the Knicks are considered the home team tonight. Interesting. Okay, and the Knicks are 13-1. But I got to say, Vegas is a lot closer to San Antonio than it is to New York. So I'm curious to see what the crowd's going to be like there. If you guys know anybody who's in Vegas, drop it in the chat. Let me know if you got friends in Vegas at this game. Shout out to channel member Rezendi 2005. Thank you for showing up. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love. Appreciate that. So the away record for San Antonio, they have a positive away record, 8-5, and we are 13-1. At home, we're 4-6 on the road, and this is still technically a road game, so we'll see about that. The offensive ratings, San Antonio has the 7th best offense, and Wembyana has missed several games, so who knows? That offensive rating could improve once he ends up playing more games. The Knicks are second best. Fabulous. The Mike Brown offense has liberated the players, and it's such a beautiful thing to see. You guys know. You guys watch these games. It's gorgeous. Sometimes there's some of the best passing that I have seen from a Knicks team in recent memory has happened this season already. In these first 25 games that the Knicks have played, I've seen some of the best passing. Definitely, the quality of passing has improved over the, gotta hate to say it, over the Thibodeau era. It's definitely improved. Cat is making some amazing passes. Sorry. Brunson, everybody. And Kolek having on the team, who I've been saying for a while, he is one of the best passers in the entire NBA. You know, he's showing it off lately, and he's been playing some great basketball. Sorry, here we go. I'm not underestimating the Spurs. Absolutely. This is going to be a tough battle. It's going to be a very, very, very tough battle. Absolutely right. Who was that? Zachary. Yes, Zachary 5476. Absolutely. It's going to be a very tough battle. I mean, they kicked the Lakers' ass without Wemby, and then defeated the team that had like a 95 winning percentage, OKC. So, yeah. That's why if the Knicks win this game, it's a huge feather in their cap. It's definitely going to bolster their profile throughout the entire NBA world. Absolutely. Looking at the defensive rating, San Antonio is 14th, rated 14th, and the Knicks are 11th. They were 10th before the semifinal game. Excuse me, I don't know what happened. I'm talking a lot. The net rating, Knicks have the 4th highest net rating, which is really what ultimately matters. You want to be in that top 5, and San Antonio is in the top 10. They have the 8th best net rating. So these are two very quality teams. These are two of, I would say, the 6 best teams in the entire NBA. There's no doubt about that. These are two of them. And here we go. Here are the team leaders for each team. Wembanyama's averaging 25.8 points per game. Brunson's averaging 3 more than him, 28.8. And in terms of rebounds, Wembanyama's leading San Antonio with 12.6, where Towns is at 11.9. He was up higher earlier in the year. It's dropped down a little bit. I think he's 2nd or 3rd best rebounder in the NBA in terms of totals. Assists, Stephen Castle. I love that kid. I love the way he played. I mean, I was a big fan of his in college. I had a feeling he was going to be an outstanding NBA pro, and he's proving that to be. He averages almost 7 assists per game, and Brunson is at 6.4, almost 6.5. I wish he was up to 7 per game himself. Excuse me. Here are the last 5 games for the Spurs, and really only Wembanyama's only played in the last one, so they were 3-1 before that. They did lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers on the road. They beat the Lakers. Before that, they beat the Pelicans, and they beat the Orlando Magic. They eked out a 2-point win, 114-112 on the road. So they beat some good teams here, but did lose to the Cavs. The Cavs are floundering. They're really a floundering team right now. Here are the Knicks' last 5 games. 5-0, baby. 5-0 right here. Took down the Magic. Took down the Raptors. Took down the Magic. Took down the Utah Jazz. And the Hornets. Took care of business against them, 119-104. Beautiful. And that Jazz game, we all remember, 23-0 start. That's historic. Has not happened in the entire play-by-play era. That's how great this offense is. And also, yeah, they missed some shots, but you know they have Markkanen, who's a phenomenal offensive player. He's one of the best offensive players in the NBA. You know, that's also a testament to the defense. The defense has had marked improvement, and Cat is one of the reasons why. Actually, do I still have this? Let's see. Yes, I do. Okay. I can't remember where I showed this last time, but I'm reusing it now. This is according to B-Ball Index. These are Cat's playmaking stats right here, his grades. His playmaking talent overall is A-. His passing creation and volume is a B. His passing creation quality, A. His passing efficiency, A+. And he has really cut down on his turnovers, which is fabulous. Passing versatility, an A. On on-ball gravity, a B+, which is weird. I think that should be a higher grade. His gravity is tremendous. Assist points per 75 positions, a B-. But then let's check this out here. Do I have this? Yes. So this is this Venn graph that was put together by Automatic MBA. And here, there's three sections, three circles: scoring, playmaking, and defense. The leader right in the middle is Mr. SGA. Actually, I can't see this right now. Let me see. Hold on. Maybe I can, because I need to read it for you guys. See it. Let me pull this up. Pull up this graph. Here we go. Maybe it's this. Nope. Where'd you go? Where did you go? Is it this? There it is. Okay. So now I can read it to you guys. All right, these are all 90%. These are all players that are in the 90th percentile of each segment: scoring, playmaking, and defense. Look at Cat over there to the right. He's with Chet and Mark Williams, which in the Venn part that overlaps the scoring and defense. He's in a 92nd percentile in defense, according to Defensive LeBron. That and according to Duncan Threes, the DEPM. So his defense has really had marked improvement, and is a very special player we have. Now look on the other side of SGA, to our left, SGA's right. Look at that guy down below there, Jalen Brunson. He's in a 92nd percentile of scoring and the 96th percentile of playmaking. So those two right there are. And where's Wembyana on this? Where's Wemby? Maybe Wemby didn't have enough games played to qualify for this. Curious where he would be on here. Okay, let's get back to this. All right. I thought that was an interesting chart. You should check it out. It's on Twitter. Look him up, Automatic NBA. Yes, please let the good cat show up tonight. Yes, the cat that doesn't make stupid fouls, which he has cut down on a lot. We need that guy. We need the efficient cat. The Knicks' efficiency was utter sickness against Orlando. They shot 61% as a team. Cat scored 29 points on 11 shots. Brunson scored 40-something points. Was it 40 or 41? I can't remember the exact number. 40-plus points on just 27 shot attempts. Just crazy, beautiful efficiency. I want to see that tonight. Definitely want to see that tonight. I want to see Macau and OG have big games. I want everybody. I want it all to be clicking. Because you're going to need it. You're going to need it against this team. Absolutely going to need it. Let's look at the projected starters tonight. It's going to be De'Aaron Fox, who has not been that effective against the Knicks. In his last 3 games against the Knicks, he's needed about 22 shots per game to deliver 21 points. That's some pretty poor efficiency. Stephen Castle, like you saw in JD's tweet, not a good three-point shooter. And either is Dylan Harper. Devin Vassell is actually a good three-point shooter, and he could be an interesting problem for the Knicks. And Harrison Barnes, once again, he's averaging 41% this season. Last year, he averaged 43%. He's always a danger from the outside. And then Luke Cornett. So Luke Cornett's going to get the start tonight. Wembyana's not starting because he's limited between 20 and 25 minutes. So this will be interesting. I hope the Knicks can build a nice lead early before Wembyana gets in there. And then when Wembyana gets in there, Mitch gets in there as well. And Mitch starts, maybe doesn't let Wembyana get into a flow. That's one of the things we need to happen. I feel like a sneeze coming on. You guys ever get that? Sneeze. What did they say? Look up? Here we go. Here are the Knicks projected starters. This lineup has been outstanding for the New York Knicks, guys. I mean, just truly outstanding. Let me give you the plus minus on this lineup. It's just crazy. Oh, it went to that. Interesting. Pull it up over here. It's been one of the best lineups. Oh, here, this one in the NBA, which is ironic because last year it was not. Last year it was not. So, you know, this weird narrative that Brown is using Thibs's offense. Like, what the hell? What the hell are people talking about? The passing is up. The isolation plays are down. What are they talking about? Some narratives just make me insane, which is the reason I started this channel. Look at this here. Is this the one? Yeah. Brunson, Hart, McCall, OG, Towns. A plus 20.2. Plus 20.2, this lineup. Wow. That is insane. I almost can't even believe my eyes. And look, the lineup with Deuce, Hart, McCall, Brunson, and Towns is a plus 21.2. We won't have Deuce tonight. And that's going to be a tough thing for the Knicks to overcome. Unless, it's going to require the others to step up. Another big game from Kolek. It'd be great if he could hit a 3 or 2 while he's in there. We need Clarkson to start making some buckets, especially from the outside, or any kind of buckets, any kind of buckets, honestly. Let's look at the San Antonio Spurs. Here are the on-off numbers. Wemby is a plus 12.9, 93rd percentile. That's pretty fabulous. Vassell, plus 8.8. Castle, plus 4.8. That's a nice squad here. Look, Kelly Olynyk. I'm not sure how many. He only has 153 minutes. It's interesting. All right. Also, by the way, this scrubs out garbage time, so you guys know. But look at this down here. Harrison Barnes, not been that productive this year. Minus 3.4 in on-off. So that means the team is 3.4 points worse when he's on the court. Interesting. Same with Dylan Harper. Now, he's a rookie, so he's learning. He's been getting better, though, throughout the season. Let's look at the Knicks. Here's the on-off numbers for the Knicks. Look at this. Guess what? Yeah, Wembanyama's a plus 12.9, but guess what? We got OG Anunoby, who's a plus 12. So just a 0.9 below him. And we also, but Deuce is not playing. Plus 11.2. Towns, plus 7.2. Brunson, plus 7.1. Mikal Bridges, a plus 2.6. Beautiful. And Josh Hart, even though he's been amazing of late since he's starting, and the Knicks are 9-1 since he became a starter. For the season, though, he's still a minus 3.1 player. But I think if he keeps playing the way he's been playing, that's going to rise up. That's going to improve for sure. Hey, if you're out here in the chat right now, hit the thumbs up button for me. Please, if you're enjoying this, for sure, share the video. Drop your comments if you're watching this later on. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can join. There's a join button down below. You get the halftime reports, and you get deep discounts on the merch. I got a bunch of merch coming soon because I ordered some for Christmas. And also, you can just go to the merch store too if you want to support the channel. Support it that way. Thank you, Lex, for dropping the links in there. Really appreciate that. And yes, 30 times is a must tonight. Yes, JB Deal. I would love. Yes, definitely. The Knicks, I think, had 29 assists last game. Definitely, it'd be nice to get to 30 as well. They were averaging 30 for quite a while. That's kind of lessened a little bit. A lot of that coincided with missing OG and missing Deuce. So, but hopefully this guy, Deuce McBride, will be back soon. He is in Vegas, and I don't think he has a boot. He's not wearing a boot. Actually, it was confirmed. He was not wearing a boot anymore, so that's a good sign right there. Our guy, Mitch, minus 1.7. He's usually one of the tops for the Knicks in differential and plus minus. I'm expecting him to turn a corner pretty soon. Beginning to see signs of it, and it might actually begin tonight. I'm beginning to see signs of it, but the actual realization of turning that corner and having a plus season may be really happening tonight. I'm hoping that happens tonight, and he gains a lot of confidence from it, especially with the beautiful shout out that Tyler Kolek gave to him. Oh man. All right. I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching this. But wait, no, I have more. This win or loss, like I said earlier, whatever happens, we're going to learn a lot about our Knicks. And we're going to learn a lot about the climate of the NBA itself. it's fascinating that both teams that are 18-7, which is a fabulous winning percentage. I think a 720 winning percentage. That's high up there. That both those teams are in this finals facing each other. And neither are number one in their conferences. Where last year OKC was number one and they went to the finals. They did lose to the Bucks. I can't remember where the Bucks were in terms of the standings last year at this time. But we are definitely going to learn a lot about this team. I'm expecting, you know what? I don't want it to be, but I'm expecting a close game. And the weird thing is the Knicks haven't had many close games. I mean, look at these scores. Let's go back to this. Where are the last 5 games? A 12-point win against the Magic. A 16-point win against the Raptors. The last close game was the previous game, which was the third game, which was against the Magic. It ended up being a 6-point win, but really they were up by 12 with less than 2 minutes to go in that game. So that really wasn't that close. Look at this. The Jazz game was ridiculous. The Knicks won by 34. And then against the Hornets, they won by 15. Knicks don't play many close games. So if it's close, it's going to be interesting to see. Brunson hasn't been as clutch lately, but also it's because he hasn't needed to be. Knicks have become comfortable with these blowouts, and when they've lost by double digits as well, which has been kind of problematic. So we'll see if the game was within 6 points. And here's the other thing: the Knicks and San Antonio have had close games themselves. Let's see here. Recently, where is that? I had it up here. Yeah, the very last game they played. Now, Wemby didn't play in that game, and Mamu went crazy. He had a career night. They won in overtime, 130-126. The Spurs beat the Knicks. The game before that, the Knicks pretty much did destroy them. Oh no, wait, sorry. It was 120-105. So that was a 15-point win by the Spurs. The game before that, which was on Christmas, last year Christmas, when McCall went off for 40 points to match Wembyana's 40 points, Knicks won by 3, 117-114. So that was a close game. And then before that was the 130-126 game in overtime. Another close game, 4 points. And then there was a blowout by the Knicks. They won by 21 points November 8th, 2023. But before that, before the Wembyana era in January 4th, they won just a 3-point game, 117-114. So they have had 3 games, 3 of the last 5 games the Knicks and Spurs have played have been decided by 4 points or less. I'm expecting that tonight. I'm expecting a tight game. And that was when way back then, it was when the Spurs were bad. But last Christmas, Knicks won by 3. So I'm expecting one of those close games, which is going to be it's going to be tough on the old ticker. We'll see. But I am expecting a New York Knicks win. I'm expecting that. I'm expecting them to bring home that gorgeous trophy. It really is a beautiful trophy. Bringing it back to MSG. Definitely expecting that. I'm expecting another big game from Jalen Brunson. Towns, I'm expecting a highly productive and efficient game from him. And all the other guys. I mean, definitely Josh Hart. Whatever you do, he's got to shoot. He's got to shoot. Hopefully he'll shoot, and hopefully he'll make the buckets, and then he'll force Mitch Johnson to adjust his defense, not leaving Josh Hart so wide open. That's right. All right. Hey, Spurs fans are welcome. Spurs fans are welcome. Everybody's welcome in here, man. Doesn't matter. But I do expect a close game, and I expect an exciting game. So, which will be great for the NBA. It'll be great for all of us. I feel like the last 2 games were pretty exciting. In the semifinal games were exciting, at least for us. It was great. A 16-point win against. It was a 12-point win against the Magic. All righty. This was great. Thank you guys for tuning in here. I will be doing the halftime show for the members, though. That'll be the members only. Back to that members only halftime show. But I will be doing I'll recap later on tonight. Whether I go live or not sure. Stay tuned for that. I usually post it on Instagram and tweet it out as well, so stay tuned for that. Follow me on social media if you haven't yet. Definitely follow me here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, especially Spurs fans. Follow this channel. I talk about not just Knicks. I talk about the NBA in general as well, but almost 95% Knicks for sure. Hit the thumbs up button for me. Support the channel. Subscribe. Join. Get your merch. Right now there's a discount through the end of this December. You can get 15% off all the merch. Knicks hats, Knicks-Verse hats. There's hoodies and there's beanies, all kinds of stuff. So check that out. And let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. I want a victory. Let's go. And I will see you around the Knicks-Verse. Let's go. Bring the trophy home.